Hello, everyone, and welcome to this new CEO interview on the Funded Trading Podcast. My name is Hidde Simons from Funded Trading, and today I'm speaking with a key figure in the proprietary trading world. It's a pleasure to welcome Dixon from TradeXProp. Dixon, thanks for joining us today, and I'm looking forward to this conversation.
Thank you, Hida.
It's always insightful for traders to get to know the people behind a prop firm, especially when those people have hands-on experience in the industry. To start, while many in our audience might already be familiar with you, for those who aren't, could you introduce yourself and share a bit about your background in the trading and financial world?
Sure, Hida. So first of all, thanks for having me. It's my pleasure to be here with you. Okay, I'm Dixon Teo, CEO of TradeXProp.com. We are a modern proprietary trading firm, and we offer three distinct model for our traders, right? So mainly FX and crypto evaluation, and our recently launched instant funding model. So we've been in this industry since 2023, and we held pride in upholding our company's principle, which is 100% payout rate to our traders, as well as profits paid even after the trade is breached. So I'm an entrepreneur. I've been in this entrepreneurship journey for I think, about at least 16 years now. 16 years. So I've ventured into various industries, interior design, food and beverages, and wholesale distribution. And lastly, I found myself, passion in trading. So I started out as a retail trader about 7, 8 years ago, and I've been trading my own personal fund and the business funds. And I think when we all first started out trading, it does not it does not end
Mhm.
well, right? So I've been blowing accounts after accounts, blowing accounts after accounts. So the first 3 years of my journey, I've been blowing accounts as a retail trader. I take excessive risk. I do not have any discipline at all. Basically, just chasing the markets on and on. And I think back in 2020, I found FTMO. So FTMO is also they are the start of this modern proprietary trading firm. So I started trading with them. Okay, um, when I first found them, I was fascinated by the business model because I do not really see any sort of business structure this way as a modern proprietary trading firm, and I decided to give it a shot. So after a few challenges or evaluations, I managed to get past it, becoming a better and more disciplined trader. So I understand how to manage my risk well and all that. Um, and also ultimately scored me an interview with them with FTMO that time. And I'm the first Malaysian to have an official interview with them. And after which, a lot of local traders actually reached out to me saying that those interviews actually inspired them to to start prop trading, because at first they were kind of skeptical and they do not really understand how the workabouts, right? Because with a brokerage account, basically you do not have any limitations, right? Basically you can do whatever you want. So yeah, basically started from there. And with this sort of, especially with that interview, it actually pushed me a lot harder in wanting to do more for the trading community, because in the local scene, especially Malaysia, um, a lot of them do not have that sort of confidence to actually, participate when they see all these um, opportunities.
Mhm.
Yeah. With all that being said, prompted me to take um, strategical moves and pioneering in setting up TradeXProp.com.
Very interesting. That makes a lot of sense. So it's clear that your experience as a trader and in the financial industry has shaped how TradeXProp operates right now. It's always reassuring to see the people running cop firms have real trading experience themselves because they know about the mindset, discipline, and everything required for traders to become successful. And now let's shift the focus to TradeXProp. Can you walk us through the origins of TradeXProp and how did the firm come into existence?
All right. So right after I have my little success with FTMO, I'm actually inspired and I really wanted to take things to another level.
Mm-hmm.
So I've reached out of two of my co-founders right now. Basically they are prop traders as well. So basically, hey, why don't we start a trading company? Yeah. So I have a little bit of confidence, right? After all the things that happened. So basically I reached out to both of them, and at first we are just to start a trading company, just to manage our own fund. So it's not like a modern proprietary trading firm whereby we offer evaluation accounts. the funded accounts for traders. Basically, it's like more of a traditional proprietary trading firm, but with just a few partners. Basically, we pool our resources and pull our capital, and we start trading from there. And we've been doing that for about a year or 2 years, just honing down on our trading systems, creating expert advisors, creating a lot of trading system, and to also participate with other props as well, right? Other prop firms, we are actively engaging with the evaluation accounts, the funded accounts. And after that, I think about 2 years down the line, we've decided, hey, why not we take this to another level? Uh, we engaged with a technology provider. Back then, it was ACAP as well as our brokerage, our liquidity provider. And then yeah, we set up TradeXProp, because number one, from my background, because I was never a profitable trader up until participating through this evaluation process, right? And in the local scenes, we have a lot of traders do not really understand how prop trading works, right? And they are always thinking that being very skeptical, right? So they do not really understand. So what we try to build with TradeXProp is to bring up this awareness and provide proper education, spreading the proper knowledge to the traders. Like, hey, this is how prop trading is and how it should be. How you're gonna go into this industry, right? So what we did is also I think we engage with a lot of education partners, to give proper education for our traders. And yeah, I think right now it's been 2 years now, and we've slowly grown into about two. We have about 2,000 plus active traders with us right now from Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, all the way to Nigeria and United Kingdom.
Very interesting, Dixon. One thing that stands out that I noticed is that TradeX prop challenges have no minimum and maximum trading days, whereas most prop firms certainly have some restrictions here. I also noticed that TradeX prop offers challenges exclusively for crypto. In your opinion, what makes crypto trading unique compared to the other markets?
Okay, crypto trading. So we offer FX accounts, the general CFD props, as well as crypto evaluation accounts. So the difference with these crypto accounts is the on exchange liquidity. Okay, so there's a lot of FX traders when they try to trade crypto in the CFDs, right? The CFD accounts, they actually have a lot of limitations. Basically, the swap is a lot higher, correct? And then the calculation of the spreads and everything. So we decided to offer this crypto experience for our crypto only traders. And so far, we've seen quite a bit of success, because like for crypto traders, they do not really understand prop trading, right? I think just up until recently, this 1 year plus, they are slowly understanding the game of prop firm. Yeah, so we decided to launch this product to cater for that specific group of traders. Instead of just for FX traders, we decided to have a single offering of cryptos just for crypto traders, so they can enjoy a better liquidity, a better leverage. So we offer Bitcoin and Ethereum about 1 to 5 leverage right now, and we offer up to 26 different coins for our traders.
Hey, that's a very interesting perspective. Thank you. Now let's dive into the business model. How does TradeX Prop operate, and can you break down the firm's business model and how it sustains its operations?
In my opinion, a prop firm, right, the business model all comes down to the risk management. Yeah. So with that being said, TradeXProp have been launched about 2 years right now. So the first year, basically, we did not do any marketing at all. We did not do any heavy marketing. I'll be honest with you, because we are still not we still haven't built up the foundation that we have, especially for the risk management side, right? So there's a lot of prop firms coming up, instantly. They are giving huge discounts, huge offerings, huge promo, right? They're blasting out their Meta ads, their Google ads. So they acquired a lot of traders, acquired a lot of leads in very short amount of period of time. But at the end of the day, a prop firm is actually a business, right? In terms of business, you need to have a very strong operational team. You need to have a very strong risk management team. I think that's the most important side. So when a firm, they are just focusing on just solely on marketing, that's a huge risk. So yeah, with that being said, we've always been focused on the risk management side. So we have our chief quantitative officer basically are analyzing all the traders' data and how we could actually utilize the traders' data, to fully propel into the portfolios that we offer for our shareholders. Yeah. So a prop firm, I think, essentially, in order to be sustainable, they will need to have a hybrid booking strategy, right? A booking and B booking. Yeah. So I think you should understand what's the B booking and A booking strategy, right? Okay. So basically, let's say if we are just solely a B booking firm, we will be in a huge risk as well, you know, because traders are gonna when they get a lot more profitable, basically you do not have a cap for that, right? Hence, it's harder to manage risk, and there's also a lot of firms that try to just breach the traders or just hence not paying out as well
Mhm.
at all, correct? So having a hybrid booking strategy meaning to say, number one, when the first traders comes in, we're going to B book them. I'll just be blatantly honest with you, it's a B booking one. Okay. But after a certain period of time, whereby we have understand how the trader actually works, right? How the trader trades, what's their risk management strategy, what's their trading strategy, how often the times, or what is their what we call a HWM, high watermark margin. How are they utilizing their margin, right? Are they gambling traders? So basically, with all that information, we are compiling into a portfolio whereby we could actually execute it out to the market. Hence the A booking side. So I think, yeah, in order to sustain for prop firm, number one should focus on the foundation first and focus on the risk management, and especially the most important is a hybrid booking strategy.
That's a very, very solid and transparent approach as well. You just talked about sustainability, and since sustainability is a major factor in the longevity of prop firms, what measures are you taking at TradeXProp to ensure its long-term success?
The approach that we're taking right now is continuous refinement. Okay, continuous refinement. So in terms of the product side, in terms of the risk management approach, it needs to be continuously refined because as profit grows right now, I think in this industry we've seen a lot of cheaters, right, or
Mhm.
gamblers.
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
so this is like a very general scene, and it's like one of the profit killers out there. Just to be square and transparent. So there's a lot of cheaters. So how do you actually manage them, right? At first, when they come in, you will not understand whether if how do you understand this guy is cheating and this guy is not. So that one is actually a very important side in order for us to to build this platform. So it's also what we've been constantly working on. And of course, the funding side, correct? How do we actually fund the traders, right? So we've been actively working with our shareholders as well, you know, understanding how do we market out the orders or the signals that our traders provide. And of course, it's the evaluation fees, right? I think that one is the most common revenue stream for a prop firm, but also the most essential one. Okay, so how do we actually get more traders in through marketing? So all this sort of this three trifecta is actually the most important one, right? Getting the fundings in, understanding how do we manage the risk, especially for uh, the cheaters or the gamblers that we are actually facing in the industry right now. Yeah, and of course, marketing is essential as well because without marketing, without having those reach, people would not know us, right? So these are the three main factors, I think.
That's very good to know,
Yep.
because with so many firms falling over these days, prop traders often struggle to determine which ones are truly built for the long term. And with the points you just said, it seems that TradeXProp is here to ensure its long-term success. So thank you for that. I would
Thank you.
like to talk a little bit more about how traders can actually succeed at TradeXProp. Imagine I'm a trader who wants to take on challenges. I believe in myself, and I think I will definitely pull this off. What qualifications or skills are required for me to become a funded trader with TradeXProp?
I think first of all, you will need to understand the basics of trading first. Yeah. So before even participating in evaluation accounts, you will need to understand what is trading, what is a prop firm, and understand the rules. Yeah, because we do in fact have a lot of traders coming in without even understanding how to trade. So that's actually kind of that put them into an awkward situation whereby you wanted to get rich, but you do not actually put in the time to really understand what sort of skills you need. Yeah. So first of all, understand what is trading, what is this industry in general, right? And before even touching the technical stuff, I think it will be a better approach to start working on the psychology first. Yeah. So I wouldn't like say straight on a trader should go through a demo stage right off the bat, because I really don't think it could help the trader in a sense. So put your skin in the game, actually depositing in or getting a small evaluation accounts, correct? A very small one. You don't need to go big right away. So you either deposit in a small amount of deposit into, let's say, your personal accounts, and you start trading from there just to get a feel of it. Yeah. So with that being said, once the trader actually put their skin in the game, the whole psychology changes. It's different. It's not the same when you are trading a demo account. With a demo account, once you place a one lot or two lot, you do not feel anything, and you feel actually quite confident, right? That's what yeah. I mean, like demo trader, everyone can be profitable because it's psychology, yeah, right? Because once a trader can get the psychology right, then they can infuse in some of the technical skills. I think that one would be a very good start for a lot of traders, because a lot of traders, they're working on a different approach. They start with the technicals, they go demo, and once they think they're good with demo, they're going bigger on the live, and whereby they're caught into a bad cycle, a bad habits, right? So understanding yourself, putting in a small amount of deposit or just small accounts, right? Understand how you feel. Do you feel anything when you place a trade, when you place a buy and sell? What do you feel? Kind of like jot down into a journal and start to work from that. And so it's like a reverse engineering cycle. So for me, because I did it the wrong way, I started trading with understanding technicals. So I'm like going full on into technicals, understanding all the indicators, price action, SMC, you name it, right? But then along the way, it's like something's just missing. Something's just missing. So it's a psychology. So if I have the chance to go back, I would start to work on my psychology first. But of course, I need to have my skin in the game. Without skin in the game, I think it's just BS in a sense, because you're not actually learning anything. You do not feel anything. So basically, you are a god mode trader right there, right? So yeah, having skin in the game, understanding your psychology before even participating in anything. Or if you really want to try to participate, right? Get a small account. Get the smallest account you can get, right? If you want to start prop trading, get the smallest account you can get. Then you can learn from there, right? Because with all the rules, what are the drawdown rules? What are the limitations of the accounts? What you can do and what you cannot do? All right, understand from that point of view. Yeah, I think it can really shape a good trader, because once they understand themselves, I think, yeah, there's no limit to that.
Yes, thank you. I absolutely love what you just said, because usually when I ask this question to people, they say, yeah, start with a demo account. But you actually say the opposite, like, don't start demo. And I totally agree with that, because what I've experienced myself is also I started with demo, and then I thought, oh, I mastered the skill. Let's go trade with real money. And then, yeah, my ass got totally beat. And that's when you learn, and that's when you make progress. So
Yeah, so that
if
that's
you,
that's when your ego gets too big. With the
yep,
demo
yep.
comes like you're building up the ego without you
Exactly.
knowing it, right? So once the ego gets too big, then it's time for you to kill the ego. It's a lot tougher, right? So yeah, I think it's good to just build it up with a good habits from day one. I think that's the best way to this approach. Yeah.
Yes, and in your opinion, what is the single most important skill a trader should develop? Is the control of ego or emotions? What's on the wall behind you?
Yes, control your emotions or they will control you. I think this is fairly important and is the toughest one, as you may tell, right? So it's like because humans we have emotions. There's no way we could eliminate emotions, right?
Yeah.
But if we have the awareness and understanding that okay, we are having this sort of emotions right now, then we can actually have system built around this to help us, right? Right. So let's say if you are a very aggressive traders, right? How do you control yourself, right? Having limited trading setups per day, right? Let's say if you have only one setups per day, normally people will say like you have three setups, right? With 1%. A three setup with 1%, you're gonna get 3% out of the window, like right off the bat, and it's tough. So understanding and you how you could actually build systems around it to combat the emotions, to actually help you in a sense to control your emotion, and you'll feel a lot easier with systems. When you are trying to control yourself, it's actually very hard. It's very tough to do that. And when you're in that spot, man, it's tough, right? So I think emotions is the number one most crucial factor, in terms of a trader's success. Because once the traders can manage the emotion, it's totally different game. So there's a few ways around this, right? Number one, you already have a good income stream to support your lifestyle. So when you trade, it's just about trade. It's not about trying to make money, right? When you're trying to make money, it's totally different game. You will get beaten up by the market over and over again. Mm. But when you have a good income stream that could actually support your general lifestyle, and you're trading just to trade, I think it completely changes the entire mindset, right? Right? It changes it, right? You're not like trying to trade to make money. So the misconceptions that a lot of traders when they started out is they are trying to trade to make money, and that's just super tough. I think market is unforgiving. It will never care what you're feeling at the time, correct? But if you're trading to make money, then what if you're not making money today or this week or this month, right? Sometimes you have losing months,
Yeah. And that's when the
and
emotion
yeah,
comes in.
yeah. But if you have a good, steady source of income to actually support your lifestyle, right? That's one of the system that you could control your emotions, if you know what I mean, right? If you have a good source of income that could support yourself, support your family, right? Then you come to trade. Then it's a lot easier, right? Because previously, before I started TradeXProp, I actually did like mentoring for my students as well. So one of my students, basically, I taught him like super simple beginner sort of strategy. Higher highs, higher low, exit here, stop loss here, and there you go.
Yeah.
But because he do not really treat trading as like a main income sort of thing, he don't really need it to work. Yeah. So he have other businesses, basically. So what he did was just, okay, I just did what you asked for. I'm looking for this, and I'm just gonna trade it like this. And he actually get like good success from trading. It's not like a lot of money, but you know, it's a good source of income, additional income for him. So yeah, I think emotions is a killer. We will need a lot of systems to go around this. Yeah, and I think prop trading actually helps, because you understand, the rules is unforgiving, right? If you breach this, then that's it. And with personal funds, basically, there's no one controlling you. So let's say beginners, if they really want to start off, but of course, understanding all the emotions or the technical side of things, then a good way is to acquire a very small minimum account size and start from there, because it's a very good habit to build with. Yeah, understanding how you manage your rules, how you manage the risk, right? Your profit targets. So yeah, I think yep, that's it.
Yes. For anyone watching, this is really a very good takeaway. Just don't focus on the money. You should trade because you want to trade. Don't trade because you want to make money. As it is in the end what you want, of course. But if you put too much focus on the money, you will definitely lose it all. Just focus on the process. And yeah, I just love what you just said.
Yeah, the process is everything, right? The
Yeah,
process.
yeah. Process, routine, habits.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, thank you. Many traders hesitate still to join a prop firm simply because they don't know what to expect. Can you walk us through the process a new trader goes through when joining TradeXProp? Like, what different types of challenges do you offer, and which challenge would you recommend for different types of traders?
Okay. So basically, we are offering three different type of models, right? We have FX evaluation, crypto evaluation, and of course, our instant funding model. So for FX evaluation, we have X1 step and X2 step. So basically, it's a one phase program, and another one is a two-phase program. Okay, each offering different profit targets, maximum drawdowns. Okay, so for crypto, it's also the same. We have X1 step and X2 step, basically a different step program. And instant funding is basically, I would say, is for more experienced traders. They do not want to go through the challenge phase. So I think they could go there. So for beginners, how they could actually start, and the whole process is basically they could choose number one, the account size and the step that they are comfortable with, right? So for beginners, generally from our data, they will go for the X2 step. Okay, because X2 steps offers bigger drawdowns for them, so they have more trial and errors, more room for trial and errors, right? So the whole step would be something like a trader that come in, they would choose the account size that they want to trade with. They would want to choose which program that they want to trade with, right? Then they will get an evaluation account and a dashboard paired with it. Okay, so from the dashboard itself, basically they can track their equity, they can track their maximum drawdowns, and basically all of the rules are there. Okay. So once they get past the evaluation accounts, basically what they get is they will get awarded with a funded account, whereby they'll need to complete the KYC and sign the trader agreement before they could actually trade their live funded accounts. So basically, with the funded accounts, the traders they're entitled to withdraw their profit share of the profits they make. So for FX, it's about 80%, and for crypto is 90%.
Okay, thank you
Yep.
for that clear explanation. A clear process makes it much more easier for traders to take that first step, because that's where most success stories begin, just taking that first step.
Yes, exactly.
Every prop firm has its own rules and guidelines, and I mentioned before that you have the minimum and maximum amount of trading days, that you don't have it at TradeX Prop. You just have no regulations there.
Yep.
Can you explain the key rules traders must adhere to at TradeX Prop?
I think the key rules would be the maximum drawdown
Mhm.
and the daily drawdown that we have, right? I think that's one of the I think that one was our toughest rule to begin with. So for X2 accounts is 8%, right? Meaning to say the entire evaluation account or the funded account, this trader should not lose more than 8% of their total initial balance. Yeah. So for our X1 step and X2 step, our maximum drawdown is all static. Meaning to say, let's say if you have a 100K accounts, it's 92,000. Okay. So your equity or balance should not go under 92,000. So that's the number one thing traders should understand. Okay. So with that being said, understanding how much you can lose, then you can sort of structure out how much you should risk.
Yeah, yeah.
So a lot of the times, I think a lot of traders they design their risk management on how much I need to win. For example, let's say for our X1 step, it's a 10%, and for X2 step, it's an 8%. So a lot of traders they are risking a lot, like really a lot. Yeah. I do not recommend that. Okay. What I recommend is, understanding what is the downside risk first, and build it up from there. So yeah, without the minimum and maximum trading days, this one actually is a huge advantage for our traders. Yeah, we have traders that pass just within 1 day. Within 1 day, for X2 step, they could actually pass the first phase and pass the second phase in just 1 day, and they get their live accounts in the second day. Of course, it depends on whether their KYC is on point, right? They submitted all the documents correctly, they signed the agreements correctly. So basically, for traders to get a first withdrawal with us, it take like about 2-3 days. They can actually take a first withdrawals, because our first withdrawal is on demand. So basically, as long as their live account, their funded accounts are in profits, they can actually withdraw very very fast. It's on demand. Yep.
Okay, thank you. Now let's discuss the advantages of working with TradeXProp. What are the key benefits of trading with TradeXProp over other prop firms?
We have taken a very transparent approach. I think you should understand it with, with this interview, right? So basically, any information that we have, we give it out to our traders as well. So basically, what we give is also weekly market outlooks by one of our traders. We
Mm.
partnered out with other tools as well. So with one of the tools is we partnered up with Tradeex. So basically, traders can actually have this indicator if they want to. So basically, it's a very, very good indicator whereby they can look out for the unfulfilled orders. So that one's one thing for the traders to look out to. But of course, the main key distinct from other props is, I think, the 100% payout rate. We have never denied any single of the traders' payouts, even for those that actually are obviously cheating. Yeah. So basically, we have, in fact, traders coming in with their latency arbitrage system, and we've caught that. Okay. But of course, this is one of our company's policy. Yeah. So basically, we did not caught that earlier. So let's say once you already make the profits, we still pay you out. So we've really achieved 100% payout for these 2 years in time. And of course, one of the things is profits paid even after the breach, as I mentioned in the introduction. So let's say once a trader, let's say if they generate over 20%, very good return, 20%, and they mistakenly breach the daily drawdown, which is a 5%. Okay. So the remainders of 15% is still up for them to withdraw. Okay. So this is also one of key distinct offers that we give to our traders because we understand traders, right? Uh, we're traders ourselves. We do not want a single mistake to wipe off all their profits. Yeah. Yeah. So this is one of the key features that traders really, really love about us. Yeah.
That's a very strong value proposition. We talked about some real good and amazing points now, but of course, every business faces its challenges as well. What are some of the biggest challenges TradeXProp is currently facing? And what strategies do you have in place to address them?
So with prop firm, I think the challenges are quite common. Yeah. So number one would be the cheaters, the gamblers, the cheaters, the arbitragers. And the second thing is with trading platforms. I'm sure you heard about that, right? I think in 2023 we faced MT4, MT5 metacalls. Basically, they're pulling out on props. So we've been through the first wave of that. That one is actually quite tough. And recently, another wave of that, right? So basically, our MT4 and MT5 is basically they withdraw from one of our broker, our liquidity provider, whereby they could not offer us that trading platforms anymore. Okay. So if a prop firm only offers just one trading platform, they will be in a huge risk. It's a huge mud to get out of, right? Because number one, you will need to migrate all the traders from the existing MT4, MT5 into another platform as soon as possible. Yeah. If not, if you have any data breaches or data spillage, then basically all the data is going to be gone and it's very hard to retrieve. So having multiple trading platforms is what we've is one of our strategy to actually protect ourselves, right? So we offer back then actually we offer MT4, MT5, Mass Trader, C Trader, as well as DX Trade. So right now basically MT4, MT5 is no more. So basically we still offer Mass Trader, DX Trade, as well as C Trader. Yeah. So going forward, basically, I think. Sorry, what was your question again? Sorry, I kind of get lost there in a bit.
The question was like, what are the biggest challenges you're currently facing in
Okay.
your business?
So yeah, I think one of that would be the trading platforms. Hence, we are actually taking a more proactive approach. We're actually trying to, no, not trying to. We're actually developing our own trading platforms right now. Just so that our traders could actually have a more secured environment, let's say, without um, depending too much on third party. I think that's actually quite important. As well as I think the other challenge would be the cheater. Yeah, the cheater is actually quite tough because I think there's a lot of traders out there when they cheat and they will try to blackmail you as well. I mean, there's a lot of stories around there, but yeah. So risk management is one thing that we are super focused on building up our proprietary risk management system. It's is super key, right? Of course, yeah, yeah. I think that's the one.
Okay, thank you. And of course, it's no lie that the number of prop firm scams in recent years are there as well. And do you think the overall reputation of the prop firm industry is a challenge as well?
Yeah, I mean, prop firm scams is one of a big thing right now, to be honest, because traders do not really know how to differentiate a properly run prop firm, a serious prop firm, as well as a scamish prop firm. So that's one of the key challenges as well. Thanks for bringing that up. So for us, it's basically quite simple. Yeah, I mean, words are basically just air, right? We cannot say anything. We cannot say, oh, you got to trust us. So what we can actually do is just by providing value to our traders over and over again, being there for our traders, all right? And yeah, just constantly upgrading, constantly building the business. I think that's the most important aspect of all of this, you know. Yeah, but of course the scam prop firms are definitely out there. So I think it's up to the traders to actually decide, right? It's not about the prices, it's not about the rules, the regulations and stuff, correct? It's about who is the owner behind the prop, right? Can you see them? Are they legitly trying to do business? You know, before you even looking at the products, I think, because for my case, because right now I'm also participating in other prop firms as well, correct? Because this is a good opportunity. Why would we stop there? Um, I think the key thing that I would look at is, you know, is this a legit company, be it big or small? Are they genuine? Are they really trying to build a sustainable business, or are they just trying to look for a quick cash grab? Okay, so with a quick cash grab, you will see that be throwing offers everywhere, right? They'll be throwing offers. They will have the best conditions, the best trading rules that you can actually find. I mean, all in all, that's good, but as a trader, I think it's our responsibility to, you know, to do our due diligence in whether the prop firm is really uh, uh, proper or not, right? So I think humans, basically, we will need to see who is the human behind that,
Yeah.
right? Because prop firm is a business, right? It's run by a company, so basically, we're all the same. We're humans, right? Whether be it they're genuine in trying to build something, or they're just here for a quick cash grab. Because I think uh, it's not just prop firms, yeah. For coins, meme coins, is the same. The FX group is the same. There's also a lot of scams going around there. So I think it's for the clients or for the traders to, you know, really understand and try to look at things more subjectively to understand it first. Yeah, yeah. So for us, basically, the approach that we're taking is just continuously growing, continuously offering value to our traders. Yeah, and basically one day they will understand who's here to stay.
I see.
Yeah.
You just mentioned the meme coins, and do you think that because there's a lot of people on social media who make a lot of money in a quick amount of time, do you think that's another challenge for traders to stick to the long term because they see people around them make a lot of money in just minutes?
That's definitely a challenge because um, once you've experienced that sort of money in a sense, right? It's harder for you to come back down. This is straight up honest, right? Because I mean, sometimes it really feels effortless, especially for meme coins, right?
Yeah.
But still, I think trading is about self discovery as well. Okay, we are actually trying to build a good system, and to build a sustainable business, right? So let's say if we treat trading as a business, is it for quick cash grab? Of course, if you have the meme coins and all those things, that one's actually a good business to have. But it's also very volatile, correct?
Yep.
So I think it's good to practice building good systems around it. Of course, if you have systems that can capture volatile events, that's amazing. No harm about that. But of course, sustainability is one of the most important thing, and consistency. We need to build a business whereby it's consistent. So if a trader, they are already used to the environment whereby I'm gonna make a lot in just a couple of minutes, it's harder for them to come down. I think. I think it's harder for them to come down because they will be building up the ego,
Yep.
especially for the beginners, right? If they first step into the market, they make a hell lot of money from the get go. What do you think will happen, right? I think essentially, or at the end of the day, they're gonna give it back to the market.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean those are actually good, right? I mean meme coins, they fly, right? Why not we participate in that? Of course, that's good, but we need to understand that that is whether if it's sustainable, right? And also, of course, be humble in that process as well. That's fairly important.
Yeah, that's a great perspective. And we're getting close to wrapping up the interview now. But before we do, I would love to know if you could give just one piece of advice to traders who want to take on challenges, what would it be?
Okay, just one advice, yeah.
Yeah, the most important thing.
I think that's okay. Do you see yourself trading in the next 20 years, right? If you see yourself still trading in the next 20 years, please go full on, correct? Because I think a lot of the traders, they step into this game, step into this industry, they're just here to make money.
Yeah.
They do not really understand that process is everything. Like for me, I would be trading for the rest of my life. Why? Because with trading, it pushes me to improve myself every single day, every single day, every single day. So I like the process. I like the idea of trading. I like the how it feels, how it actually forces me to grow. So if you could see yourself trading in the next 20 years, 15 years, all in, just go in, dive into it. But if you do not see yourself trading in a long term way, maybe I think maybe other industry would be a lot more suitable. Yeah. Because I do in fact have a lot of inquiries coming in and say like, hey, I want to do this, but I want to get rich in like 3 months, in like 1 year. I mean, that's impossible. You will not be able to do that because even if you did that, you're gonna give back to the market. You're gonna give it back. So yeah, I mean, understand that this is a long game. It's a long process, and if you're focusing on building yourself, I think a lot of the greatest stuff will come to you. I think money will come. This definitely because once you've grown into a certain person, right, the self development, I think the money will grow from there as well. But yeah, once you understand that it's a long process, then you'll know, okay, this is a long game, it's a long journey. Then you'll take the approach slightly different than the majority of traders, right? You'll start to build yourself, you start to focus on your routines, you know, and enjoying the process. I think once you understand that it's a long game, you start to enjoy the process. If you are treating it as a short-term gain sort of stuff, or like a very short game, you're just in it here for just 1 year, 2 years, then I think it's quite suffering for those individuals. Yeah, because I've been there. I wanted to be quick, but yeah, only up until I realized that it's a long game. I'm here to build businesses. I'm here to give value, of course, to the community, to myself as well. Then I kind of find peace with myself, and I'm happy. I think that's quite important.
Definitely. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a great note to end
yep.
on. Before we sign off, is there anything else you would like to say to our audience?
That's all. I think. Yeah, just understand whether if this is the journey for you, and if it is, go full head on, right? It's a fun game. Yep.
Okay, well then I want to thank you again for taking the time to share all your insights. There have been some valuable gems in this video. And to everyone watching, thank you for tuning in. And don't forget to like and subscribe this video. Go check TradeXProp out and see you next time.
Thank you.